So let's first take a look at intersections. And intersections are any place where we're using the AND operator. So this is very similar to the double ampersand that you're used to using in JavaScript, and it represents something very similar. And it's essentially a way where we can smash two types together. So most commonly, it's going to be used with two objects that you want to combine. And let's use this example from before where we've got our timestamps and we're creating a new interface called users extends. Let's say we've got an interface, or let's do a type called a user, or maybe we've already got a user. Yep, so we've got our user up here. And let's say we've got another type called address, which is an object that has a address line 1, string, and let's just say a postal code, which is also a string. So if we want to combine those together, we can create a new type called user with address, which would be equal to user and address. If we hover over this type here, it's going to tell us that's exactly what it is. And this is functionally the equivalent of doing what we've done here. So user extends user extended extends timestamps. It's essentially combining these two interfaces together. If we try to implement it, so const user equals object, and let's make this a user with address, it's going to force us to supply all of the properties from address along with all of the properties from our user. So if we hover over this error, type brackets is missing the following properties from user, name, age, loves ice cream. So let's add those in, name, Braedon, age 6, loves ice cream, true. And if we see again, it's missing the following properties from type address, address line 1 and postal code. And we can see we've already defined this variable, so let's call it user2. And then we can supply our address line 1, which is 123 Fun Street, and postal code, say 2200. Cool. So that is a brief introduction to intersections. It shouldn't be too extremely different from the logic you're already used to using in JavaScript. Next up, we're going to take a look at unions.